Hey there, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Welcome to your reading for the month of September. I'm going to actually do this as a two-parter. We're going to cover your full moon that is happening, let's see, in 2 hours from when I'm recording. So I'm going to actually do yours first tonight to make sure I can get this out to you tomorrow, and then I'll do the rest of the water signs, and hopefully I have enough energy to get everybody done tonight. So we're going to take a look using the Celtic cross at what is going on. And so we have, here's the energy you find yourself in. And here is the energy that is on your mind. No, actually, they're telling me it's this. It's the subconscious energy. This, they said, is on your mind. Okay. They're very similar energies. So the energy you're coming out of, August had a great awakening for you. There was a renewal. There was some kind of download and information. And now you're in the situation where you're looking to make a major choice. And your challenge is collaborative. Collaboration and productivity. Your opportunity is amazing. So I think it's figuring out who to collaborate with in the month of September. Because your opportunity, you have the Empress, beauty and abundance, and you have the Six of Swords, the transition, the moving forward, I think, from this awakening card that is here. I am sorry, these are really washed out in this light, and there is no way for me to fix it. So I will just kind of tip them up from here so that you can sort of see them. But this one's really hard to see because it is a white peacock. And so the white peacock doesn't have a lot of colors. So we're going to take a look and see what is your superpower that you can really lean into. The King of Pentacles, the King of Crystals, that's nice energy. And what is the best advice for you? To have hope. Everything's so positive. Everything is so positive, but it looks like you're struggling. So let's see, week 1, the 1st through the 9th. It's a little bit more than a week. And week 2. Okay, I like that you got the Emperor and the Empress. And your overall energy, the card of Strength. This is really a great reading, Pisces, but it seems as though, based on the advice being this lightning bug here, the lightning bug is the 5 of shells, and it says hope and readjustment. Oh, it kind of looks like the lamp I had to light up in the background because it's so late. All right, so your positive attitude changes everything. Oh my God. Okay, look. So the challenge is this honeybee. I want you to notice how much they kind of look alike, right? If I were to turn this one upside down and in the challenge position, that would be about right anyway. And both of these, it's like, where is your focus, right? And so this one is about being your own light. Being your own light. The light isn't out there, it's inside of you. That beacon of hope, that thing that drives you forward, the thing that pushes you. Okay, so let's look at what else we have. Here we have, in the energy that you find yourself, you're in the energy of the Lovers. So this is actually called choice and trust on here. And so this is a major decision that affects not only you, but it affects the people around you, your tribe, so to speak. You know, wolves run in packs, right? So your pack. It could be in the summer, though, they will pair off, and they are concerned with each other and the bringing in of the Empress energy here, bringing in the young ones, right? And so it feels as though there's an opportunity here for you to have some real potential growth in a certain area of your life that you're making a major decision over. I don't know who's making all that noise out there, but I can hear them chirping away, and it feels like Spirit saying, you know, we have hope for you. So you should have it for yourself, right? So you're in the area of, you have the Chariot. You really can't see these cards very well. There we go, the Chariot. So here we have this white rhino. Okay, and so this is conscious action. In the subconscious, it is an alignment. The chariot is out, and this is a 7-year anyways, but it's always about being in alignment, of putting our actions together with our deepest desires, right? Your subconscious desires, wants, and needs, and then how do you take them and move them forward? I think you're going to find that this full moon really helps you to elevate yourself and to move yourself into this direction. And so, because you are really thinking about what am I going to do to move things forward, because we have the Knight of Acorns, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Nope, sorry, Knight of Wands, action and drive. And look, he's running into the future, right? He is running into the future. In fact, everybody's future facing. This rhinoceros is looking to the future. These wolves, and they're working together. So there is a collaboration. Here with this 3 of crystals being the challenge, the collaboration and productivity, I almost feel like it's a choice of who do you work with. So whether this is an intimate partnership, or this is a collaboration at work, or some other kind of a teamwork thing that has a lot of potential to really grow into something. When you have the Empress sitting here, like there's no card that says potential for growth more than the Empress, right? And you have that. So that you will see that coming in with that week 2 energy, the 10th through the 16th. And so this full moon will kind of push you forward. And the week of the 10th through the 16th has a new moon in it. We're going to cover the new moon in the second reading. So the second reading for the mid-month, I'm going to leave these cards here. We will continue the story, and I will pull cards for that new moon. And then there's another full moon that's coming on the 29th. And so we'll look deeper at that. But right now, it looks like you are moving in that direction, but it is about figuring out, with this energy of the full moon, figuring out what it is you want to do. What is your deepest desire, right? Because your superpower is this King of Crystals, and this King of Crystals is represented, that's the King of Pentacles. He is represented by a tiger, and the tiger earns its stripes. Right? All the knowledge and the wisdom and the hard work and everything you've done, you have earned the position that you are at in life. You have earned it. That is your superpower, and it is recognizing, it is having the confidence. And so he is sitting there, and he is aware, and he is looking around. It says courage and commitment. And here the overall energy is the elephant that says courage and endurance, which is commitment, right? You're committing to a path. And so there is some major choice or decision. You are at that point where you get yourself into alignment, using this full moon to release and let go of anything that is slowing you down or is a barrier to you. And it feels to me like the greatest barrier in this is your confidence factor. So when I look at the chart for this new moon, and by the way, this full moon at 7 degrees of Pisces is really conjunct Saturn in your sign that is in retrograde. And so it has just passed over that. It's just picked up the energy from Saturn. Saturn is endurance. Saturn is commitment. Saturn says, show up for yourself, do the work. And meanwhile, Saturn moving in retrograde is only going to go back to 0 degrees. It's kind of looking over the things that it's already kind of discovered during the first 7 degrees. I believe that it started retrograding at 7 degrees. I am really an astrologer and I do tarot, and I really try to keep this tarot, but honestly, Pisces, this feels very important. And so if you will bear with me as I look at what is going on here, because I feel like this is really important information for you, especially because this is your full moon, and this full moon is setting you up for that new moon that's coming in 2 weeks, which is very fertile ground. And it's setting you up on a longer path, a longer trajectory, because the North Node is currently in Aries, but when it leaves there in 1.5 years, it is going to move into your sign. And you have Neptune at home right now in your sign. You have Saturn there, and they're like saying, what are the dreams that you want? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? What is the big, deep desire that you have? Focus on that. Focus on that. I'm going to show you why it says to focus on that in a second here. But so you have all this energy about what is it that you really want and how do you want to manifest this for yourself. And so Saturn got back to 7 degrees and 13 minutes before it retrograded, and this is at 7 degrees and 25 minutes. So it is exactly at the same spot. And so this is a big, huge conversation that is going on between Saturn and this full moon in your sign about what do you want? What do you want? And if you focus on it, if you choose to focus on it, so there's a collaborative effort. I feel like the collaborative effort is with your higher self. I think that is more than working with somebody else at this particular point, because here, when I look at this, we have the wolf on the bottom and the other wolf is on top, and it's almost more like it's running tangent with you, almost looking ahead is the higher self, right? It looks like it's seeing ahead of you. And the first week that you have here, where did that card go? Oh, right here. The first week. So starting tomorrow, well, as you're watching this, the 1st through the 9th, you have the shaman, divine wisdom and spiritual power. And it is this eagle, this higher vantage point of being able to see the bigger picture, the higher vantage point of your higher self that is helping you to see the bigger picture of what is happening. And so the obstacle here is collaboration, I believe, with your spirit guide, because here in the opportunity we have the dragonfly, and the dragonfly always to me signifies spiritual. And so it says here the 6 of feathers, transition and insight. This is downloads and insight coming through from this full moon to you with an opportunity to show you where you can grow, where you can create, where is that very fertile energy, right? Bunnies really create. They create in abundance, right? They don't seem to know how to stop creating. And so what is interesting to you, for you, and I'm just going to show you, and hopefully you can see, this is this right up here. I actually put the wrong time in when I did it, so it's not exact, but right here, here's the sun, here's the moon. The moon is their Saturn, right? So they're in opposition to each other. But while this is happening, we have a kite formation that is happening. And that kite it's between Pluto and Uranus. So downloads and insight. What do you want to transition? It is this right here. Okay, so this energy right here is assisting Neptune in your sign. And Neptune in your sign, because it's at the top of the kite, that's where we focus our energy, right? And so where we're focusing there, and with that, the focal point where it is about the earth magic, right? And we have this earth trine going on. And so it is about the earth magic. And seeing things that you thought were lost with new eyes, the shaman. And so this is what this is. This is helping you to see a vision with fresh new eyes. And it's by clearing out the lack of confidence, and about clearing out the sense of I'm not worthy of this, I'm not good enough for this, or even that imposter syndrome. You have everything you need. You are totally capable of this, because what is your superpower? You are the king of crystals. You have earned your stripes. You know everything you need to know to do this. You know everything you need to know to do this. And so all it takes now is for you to make the commitment, to align your actions with your desires. The strength and commitment, courage and commitment of the strength card, and the courage and commitment, the courage and commitment of the pentacles, courage and endurance of the strength card. Do it. That's all. Just do it. That's what this whole reading is saying. And so not only this lightning bug says, you are the light in you light up the darkness around you. You are the hope for your own future. You are the one that came to save yourself, right? When we figured that out, and I have a Pisces moon, and when I figured out, oh my God, here we have this Knight of Wands. I am my knight in shining armor. No one's going to come and be my knight in shining armor. I'm the knight in shining armor that's coming in to save my own sorry situation. And that's when I realized that my whole world changed. Incrementally, but it changed. And it did. It took endurance and commitment, and heck, I'm still on that journey. So you have an opportunity to really heal a situation, to really move something forward. The awakening, I believe, has already happened, because this card is back here. It is just about you making the commitment to do the change. And in the second week, where they have that new moon, you have the opportunity to create a lot of stability. It says focus and stability, and it is the Emperor. And again, he's looking to the future. And this is really significant, because water signs, everybody, what you feel in the heart is what creates your thoughts and your reality, right? And but water signs really know this, like they really live in it. And I have so many water placements, and it is so easy to focus on something that happened in the past and be stuck there, like stuck in mud, right? Because you just keep spinning your wheels. It's like a vehicle, like this chariot, right? It gets stuck in the mud because it's spinning its wheels, thinking about things that happened in the past and how they wish they would have worked out differently, or wish I would have done this, or I wish that wouldn't have happened, or I wish. But the thing is that when you stick like a piece of cardboard under it, something fresh, something new, it gives it traction. So let this full moon be where you let all that stuff go, so that new moon that's coming up on the 14th can be the cardboard you stick under the tires to give your chariot traction to start moving forward. And it's so funny because when the wheels start spinning, it kicks that cardboard out and it is behind you and you just go. And so I want to say that it's almost like there's some kind of a catalyst, something, and it might have been this awakening. It is the something. There's something that you recognize, this is where I get my traction. But it's not where you stop, because you move forward. The traction goes behind you, right? And you just keep going. So what is interesting is where the traction would come from in the kite is what is at the tail end, right? So here's the kite, and here's the tail end. And at the tail end, you've got Athena. That is literally like a 6-month-old puppy that makes that noise. He does not like other dogs. Just a little biggle thing. He's super cute, friendly with people, but boy, when some dog goes by, that's what he sounds like. I wouldn't want to mess with that. Okay, so sorry about that. It was distracting. So we have Athena. We have Athena conjunct Mercury at the tail end. So Mercury is the communication. It's how you communicate. It's in retrograde and it's in Virgo. And Athena's in Virgo, but she's not retrograde. Okay. So Athena is wisdom and knowledge that you've gained along the way. And this communication energy of Mercury, though, is about strategy. And Athena is about strategy. When Mercury is in Virgo, it's about strategy and organization. When Mercury is in Gemini, it's more of the communication aspect and the social. With this being, this is the cardboard you're sticking under. This is what gives you the push. This is the gifts that drive you forward. The knowledge and the wisdom you gained along the way. Dog. The knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained along the way. That is the gift of everything that happened. You learned something and it was super valuable. But it is just there to push you forward. And now you create, this says here, focus and stability. So the stability is coming through from Saturn. The focus is coming through from Neptune. They're both in your sign. They're both there for the next year and a half. And then they both leave. And then the North Node comes in. So you're on this path. You're on this beautiful path. So you let this full moon clear away your self-doubt. You let this full moon clear away the regrets. You let this full moon clear away any sense of imposter syndrome that you have about anything, any lack of belief in yourself. And you use this. You use this to drive yourself forward, because that looks fabulous. So if you're enjoying this reading, I'm going to pull some cards on this full moon for you. But if you're enjoying this reading, I do recommend that you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the second half of this reading comes out. I am going to leave all these cards on the table, pull additional cards, and we'll continue the story when we get to where we go. Sometimes when I'm recording, I look to see if the dog's out, and I'll wait till they take them back in. But they came out in the middle of it, so sorry about that. Also, I'm hoping to get all these done in time for me to be able to spend some time with the energy of this full moon. Oh my God. This one too? Okay. Let's get your totem, and then we'll talk about what I'm seeing here. What the heck is that? Oh, the insect. It's the praying mantis. The praying mantis is very much this slow-moving spiritual. So it says here, feminine power, spirituality, and renewal. Divine wisdom and spiritual powers, insight and transition. You have these very much these spiritual cards, right? It's your full moon. But this is for the whole month, working with the energy of the praying mantis. It is associated with the feminine power. The female is larger and stronger than the male. The mantis-like insect in this painting is from, it won't matter. Their ability to metamorphose and fly has led to frequent symbolic association with spirit animals. All right, so the praying mantis. Do a little research on that. Let's see what strikes you. Here's what we have. You have the card of the foggy bottom, which says patience. This card comes out a lot for Capricorn, but now you're getting it. And I think this is the patience, because it is going to be you're going to have to show up for yourself on the daily. Saturn is a taskmaster. I am a Capricorn rising, and Saturn rules Capricorn, and that's it. You got to show up, do the work, or you don't get the reward. That's Saturn. He sets the boundaries. And with him in Pisces right now, he's teaching you how to set healthy boundaries for yourself and how to show up for yourself and reap the rewards, right? And so you'll want to do that for the next year and a half for sure. So when the North Node gets there, you really get the benefit of it. And so when you have strength and endurance, and you have be committed and courage, all this courage and strength, I can tell you that I can't tell you that it will be easy. I can only tell you it will be worth it. And so show up for yourself. So we have this energy going in, and you get this card that says exactly what this is. We've got Venus and Mars working together between now and the time we get the full moon eclipse in Taurus on October 28th. They are moving together through two different sets of signs, and they're having a conversation about this, about choice and decision. They're making major choices and decision in your life. Between what action do I take and what do I truly desire? Like, what do I really want? And what actions am I willing to take to get there, right? This is the energy of the Chariot. This is this Knight of Acorns that wants to move things forward. And you have on here the card of inner desires. So knowing what you want. And then, so here in the middle of this, by the time we get to the end of September, so Venus stations direct on the 3rd of September, and Mercury on the 15th, right after that new moon. It'll take them a little while to get up to speed, but then all the personal planets, the sun and the moon are always direct. But you'll have the sun, the moon, Venus, Mars, and Mercury all direct, all moving forward. And every of the other planets will be retrograde for a short time. Pluto is getting ready to station direct, but everybody else. And so there is this big storm of chaos that'll be swirling around us. And here in the center, in the personal planets, we're going to be moving forward. Not really at speed during September, but by the time we get to the 1010 gateway in October, oh yeah, that new moon in Libra eclipse, that's going to be shooting us out like a rocket. But only within the areas of our life that we can impact. We can't do anything about what's going on out there. It is a storm, and you have the storm spirit chaos. And that's what's going on. So you have to be the eye, the calm in the center of the storm. And you have the card of keeping it all in check. This is you. Finding the joy and the happiness. This is where the strength, the endurance, the commitment is going to come in, Pisces. This is the space where you do this work, where you understand that it is up to you. And there is no other knight in shining armor coming in but you. You are your own knight in shining armor. and you're fully capable of doing this. So pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Mercury in retrograde until the 15th, and then moving very slowly through the rest of the month. And when it's in Virgo, it is about the details. So pay attention to the details that are going on. Your inner desire says set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty. Well, no kidding. Not only do you have the Empress, you have the Emperor. And this divine counterpart energy here, like that's action, and receiving, and the energy you put out into the world is going to be brought back to you. It's going to be reflected back to you. So you are entering a phase of plenty, or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. Beautiful horseshoe crab. So that's just these first 2 weeks. Dig in, Pisces. You're in for a lot of work. Saturn, your sign, you're in for a lot of work. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm here to encourage you and to tell you what the cards say. And the cards say you got what you need. So just dig in and do it, right? All right. I'm on Facebook every day. I do a lot more astrology over there. I try to keep it off here, but there's no way to avoid it at this time. And what else was I going to say? Oh, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the thumbnail, by the way. You know, what is your opinion of that? I'd like to know. But leave me a comment on this video, because I will be randomly picking someone who leaves me a comment to do a free reading, and I will let you know by responding to your comment if you've won for the month. So be sure to leave a comment so you're in the drawing for that. And you guys, I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to pull some cards, and we'll see what's going on the rest of the month. Can't wait to see it. All right, talk to you soon.